When Charles saw the men, for the first moment he thought that the kidnappers caught him again, but then he noticed that they weren't the same men. "What are you doing here?" "I'm sorry if I bothered you guys." "What brought you here?" "It's a long story, but some bad men tried to kidnap me in a boat, so I jumped into the water and swam here, and they weren't able to find me." The three men looked at each other without saying anything, so Charles continued, "I must go back to my city, Autumn Falls, as fast as possible." Come with us to meet our boss, Mr. Josh. He knows what to do with you." Charles went with him to meet their boss. Charles was cold and hungry and started to cough because he slept in his wet clothes. He found Mr. Josh preparing the food for his men, so his stomach started to growl with hunger. Mr. Josh, with his friendly face, looked at him and said, "Are you hungry?" "Yes, very hungry." "Then sit and eat with us." "You're eating your food early." "Yes, we came early and we only have a short time before our boat comes to move the crates to another place, so we must be ready, and you can eat as much as you want." "Then maybe you are better now and can tell us about why you're here." Charles thought for a moment, then decided to tell them everything. He started his story while the men listened with surprised and amazed looks on their faces, and they respected and admired this young adventurer. When Charles finished his story, "We must go and fight them. We are ready to help you no matter what that will cost us." "Thank you a lot. All I want is for you to take me to the nearest place that I can get to from here in order to go back to my city." "Okay, there is a small village near us. I will take you there, and then you can ride a cab to your place." "I think you are tired from your adventure, so ride on the horse and I will lead you all the way." Now you can walk to the main street and take a cab to your city." "Thank you. When we finish our work, we will try to come to your city. We want to know the end of this story." "Sorry that I didn't give you my address, but you can find me if you ask Mr. John at the police station." "Okay, stay safe." When Charles sat on the cab chair, he closed his eyes and started to remember everything that happened to him in this night, and remembered that he left his bike on the road, and wondered what happened to Benji. When the cab entered his city, his heart started to pound really fast. Did his friends notice his absence or not? He felt good that his parents are on a trip outside the country and they will not be worried about him. But his housekeeper must be worried. But he knows how to apologize from her. When Charles entered the street he lives in, he spotted Mr. John from far away. When their eyes met together, Mr. John's face turned red and became quickly angry and hurried toward Charles. Where have you been? As you can see, I'm here. You didn't spend your night in your home, and you left your bike in a very far place. Your friends told Detective April that, so he came this morning and asked me to look for you. All that happened all at once? Yes, all at once. So where is Detective April? He went to Mayflower Street with his men and with William and your dog Benji. Benji? Yes. He came back this morning to William's house with the doll in his mouth and started to bark. So William knew that the doll belongs to Valentine after he called her parents and asked them about it. Then he called Detective April and told him what happened. So they took Benji and followed him to Mayflower Street. But the detective asked me to look for you, so I left them and started to look for you everywhere. So where is my bike? I put it back in your house. Charles! What happened? Where have you been? I got worried about you. I'm really sorry for that, Lola. I'm fine, and I will be back for lunch, and I will tell you everything. Okay, Mr. John, I will follow Detective April at Mayflower Street. Goodbye. Hi, I'm Charles, friend of Detective April. Can I go inside? Yes, go ahead. I can't see anyone. Where are they? Oh, Jasmine and Yumna are here. Are you waiting for someone? Charles, what happened? It's a very long story. Tell me, where is William? He went with Detective April. Where? To search for Valentine and you too. Benji brought a doll that belongs to Valentine. Then he led us to here. Oh, Mr. John told me about that. I think Benji was able to get the doll after they caught me. They caught you? Yes, but I ran away from them in a strange way. And I will tell the story when you are all here. So where did Detective April and William go? We don't know. They told us to wait here while they continued following Benji. I hope they find them and save Valentine. I don't think so. I'm sure the kidnappers know now that the police is looking for them after I ran away from them. So they will change their base. You are right, Charles. So what can we do now? I think it's better to wait for Detective April. Yes. Then we will see what we can do. especially now we know how they kidnapped Valentine, but we don't know why. Let's drink a cup of tea till they come back.